3, 2, 1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorino, it's KingNido here, and we are kicking off round 6 with the Pony Canyon Fissure hosting the Dooford Combats, and the Combats are still yet to win a game this season. They are 0-5, and they're starting out today with Conkeldurr and Poliwrath, whereas it's Sandaconda and Garchomp, the pseudo-legendary, starting out for the Pony Canyon Fissure, and immediately Garchomp sets up for a Solar Blade. Now they are on a 4-game winning streak, are the Pony Canyon Fissure, and there's a very good hit there from Sandaconda with the superpower onto Poliwrath. It does have its attack and defense lowered, and Poliwrath responds with a Sand Tomb onto Garchomp, so Garchomp is going to be trapped by that Quicksand. Conkeldurr though follows it up with the Fiery Dance. Looks like they are continuing their attack on the pseudo-legendary. They definitely want it off the field, even with that not very effective move. Sandstorm Vortex, Sand Tomb Vortex, sorry, continuing to do damage to Garchomp, who goes for that Solar Blade. Surely it's going to go for Poliwrath and get the super effective hit here. Instead, going for Conkeldurr, and it is still a fantastic hit as Sandaconda gets cloaked in that harsh sunlight. It is setting up for a Sky Attack. This will be super effective regardless of who it hits. As Poliwrath performs a Teeter Dance, this is going to leave everyone on the field except for Poliwrath confused. This could actually hinder the Dooford Combats because Conkeldurr is also confused on this field. Dooford Combats definitely want their first win here today. They are 5-game losing streak, and Conkeldurr is able to shake off that confusion and goes for the Swagger. This is going to boost Garchomp's attack greatly, but it's already confused. Normally a Swagger would leave it confused. As Garchomp continues to take damage from that Sand Tomb, Garchomp is trying to shake off that confusion, and it does, and it's preparing to set up for a Geomancy. Its 2-turn move, it will boost its stats in the next turn. Sandaconda now also trying to shake off that confusion, and it is going to go for that Sky Attack here. Looks like it's going for Poliwrath, and it is super effective. It will get the elimination, so Poliwrath is taken out of this matchup, and the Pony Canyon Fissure is off to an early lead here. Conkeldurr also able to shake off. Everyone's been able to shake off this confusion as the Acrobatics onto Sandaconda gets the critical hit. That is a fantastic hit there by Conkeldurr. There's Gallade now coming out onto the field, and Garchomp has snapped out of that confusion, allowing it to finish off the Geomancy. And we will see Garchomp's stats all get a nice lift here with that special attack, special defense, and the speed being boosted greatly. Gallade immediately goes for the minimize, so it's going to boost its evasiveness here, trying to avoid those attacks from the boosted Garchomp potentially. Sandaconda, still in its confused state, is able to go for a Bulldoze. It will get that same type attack bonus, but it also does damage to Garchomp, and everyone that took damage from that move does have their speed stat lowered here, so this could be good for the Pony Canyon Fissure. But Conkeldurr has snapped out of its confusion and goes for another Acrobatics, this time onto Garchomp, but it does get recoil damage from the rough skin that Garchomp has, as its hidden ability being the home side, all having their hidden abilities. Play Nice now from Garchomp is going to lower Gallade's attack stat, and Sandaconda is going to move before Gallade and shakes off that confusion to go for the growth, so it's going to boost its own stats here, giving a boost to its attack and special attack. Now both these sides are very physically offensive, as a Poison Gas from Gallade is going to leave Sandaconda and Garchomp with a poison. Dooford Combats have an average of 121 attack stat, whereas 113 is the average for the Pony Canyon Fissure, so they have huge physical offenses as Garchomp takes damage from that poison. It's still holding on in this matchup, but I do not see it getting through the next turn. Sandaconda also taking damage. Now Garchomp goes with the double team. This is a horrible play. Garchomp needed to get something offensive out. Since it had that boost from the Geomancy, it hasn't really done much. Sandaconda, still in its confused state, is going to strike itself. That is terrible for the Fissure, but exactly what the Combats need. As Conkeldurr goes with the Psychic Fangs, it's going to get the elimination on Garchomp. Garchomp is taken out of this matchup. Again, that rough skin coming into play does hurt Conkeldurr, but still. And a huge play now as Gallade follows it up with a Mach Punch onto Sandaconda, gets the elimination. The Dooford Combats have taken the lead as Hippowdon and Rapira come out onto the field, and Conkeldurr goes with the Ember onto Hippowdon. Critical hit, in fact. And now Hippowdon responds with a Simple Beam. It is going to change that steadfast ability of Gallade into Simple, which means its stats can go higher or lower, more so than usual. Now Rapira with the Sand Attack onto Gallade is going to lower its accuracy, which happens ironically after Gallade just missed the Rock Wrecker, and a Bug Buzz now onto Rapira from Conkeldurr. as a Fire Blast is avoided by Gallade from Hippowdon, but a Flame Wheel from Gallade is going to connect with Rhyperior. It does very little damage, but it does leave it with that status condition of the burn, and Gallade avoids the Volt Switch from Rhyperior, so Rhyperior was trying to get off the field to avoid taking damage from that burn, but it is unsuccessful as a Rain Dance is performed by Conkeldurr as that rain begins to fall over the field. And now Whirlpool being performed, but Gallade avoids that from Hippowdon, and Gallade with the Air Cutter is only going to hit Hippowdon as Rhyperior is able to avoid that attack. Everybody's dodging moves on this field right now. Moonlight, though, being performed by Rhyperior is going to restore its health as it is still taking damage from that burn. It definitely doesn't want that status condition as it chips away at it, but Conkeldurr with the Fairy Wind onto Rhyperior. Not a very good hit there, as Conkeldurr's been doing very good, but an Air Slash from Hippowdon is going to take Conkeldurr out of this matchup. Super effective, and it is now a 4v4 battle. Now Gallade with the Magical Leaf onto Hippowdon. Super effective hit. You got to think it would have done even more damage to Rhyperior as it has that quad weakness to Grass, the false swipe on Gallade, but that Gallade is not blue. You do not need to false swipe that particular Gallade. And we have Lucario coming onto the field, and immediately with a Brick Break, a huge super effective hit onto Rhyperior, but Rhyperior holds on, and Hippowdon goes with the Lick onto Lucario, gets that critical hit as Gallade sets up a Psychic Terrain to see if it try and capitalizes on its part Psychic, or if the Pony Canyon Fissure can capitalize on it, as the Doofus Combats have a weakness to Psychic types due to their fighting type. Now Rhyperior with a Vine Whip onto Lucario, not very effective, also a critical hit, not that it looked like it whatsoever, but that burn is finally going to take Rhyperior out of this matchup. Rhyperior being eliminated, and on the field now comes Claydol, as Lucario with the Ice Punch onto Hippowdon. Another super effective hit, and Hippowdon is eliminated, and just like that there are only 2 Pokemon remaining for the Pony Canyon Fissure, but that Bulldoze from Claydol, super effective onto Lucario. Lucario is a part Steel type and has its speed low. Gallade was able to avoid it, but Gallade now with a Shadow Claw onto Claydol, and a massive super effective critical hit. Claydol holds on, but barely, as we have Mudsdale come onto the field, and Claydol with a double kick onto Lucario only needs 1 to eliminate the Aura Pokemon. And we have 3 Pokemon remaining for the Doofus Combats, as Gallade with the Muddy Water misses both ground type Pokemon. And Gallade's able to avoid that attack from Mudsdale as the rain over the field finally stops. And we have Marchamp now coming onto the field, and Claydol immediately with a Body Slam onto Gallade, and that is a massive hit. Gallade is taken out by Claydol. Claydol coming into this field and doing wonders, but is hit by the Power Whip from Marchamp and is eliminated with that super effective move. That's exactly what the Doofus Combats need. They have the 2-1 advantage here as Mudsdale performs the wrap onto Marchamp. It doesn't do a great deal of damage, but Marchamp's still going to take damage in between turns from that wrap, as we're about to see the last Pokemon for the Doofus Combats come onto the field. And the Pokemon is Surfetch now, so it's Surfetch and Marchamp against Mudsdale, and a Power Swap being performed by Surfetch. Switches all the attack and special attack with Mudsdale, as Marchamp is going to set up for a dive. This will be super effective when it connects, as Mudsdale with a Thunderbolt, and it goes for Surfetch with that move. Marchamp, though, even though it is underwater, is still taking damage from that wrap as the Psychic Terrain finally leaves the field, and Surfetch with the Infestation trying to have Mudsdale take consistent damage as it gets afflicted with that Infestation, but it's the dive from Marchamp. Super effective hit there onto the ground type, and Mudsdale responds with an Aura Beam. With an Aurora Beam, sorry, not an Aura Beam. It seems to be targeting Surfetch whilst Marchamp takes damage from the wrap. It's chipping away at both Pokemon, doing everything it can, but that Infestation is going to damage Mudsdale. It is becoming an easier target, and Surfetch with the Torment, which means we are going to see Mudsdale struggle as it's subjected to that Torment, but the Fusion Bolt won't affect Mudsdale, who goes with the Heavy Slam, and Mudsdale is a very heavy Pokemon, and it takes out Surfetch with that. The Pony Canyon Fissure doing everything here. This is not good for the Doofus Combats. They do not want to lose their 6th game in a row. Marchamp needs to do something here, and it goes for the Doom Desire. but this won't connect immediately. This will connect in the future. Mudsdale has a chance here. It's going to go with the struggle. It will get the recoil damage. Machamp holds on, and so does Mudsdale even after the recoil damage, as Machamp's freed from the wrap and goes for the Giga Drain, which means it's going to get the victory. Mudsdale is eliminated. The Dewford Combats hold on and get their first win of the season and end the 4-game winning streak of the Pony Canyon Fissure. They were in 3rd place as well. This is a massive upset for the Dewford Combats. The Pony Canyon Fissure will stay in 3rd, and the Dewford Combats move up above the Lumiose Lightning to the 17th place. Surely they're going to want to continue this next round when they face the Goldenrod balance. They will have the type advantage, as the Goldenrod balance will actually be facing the Shamuti Keepers in our next matchup. Pony Canyon Fissure next round will also be facing the Elusive Draconids, but the Shamuti Keepers want to try and get into the Masters 8 if they can beat the Goldenrod balance the next matchup. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.